Welcome to the USA House Partners Podcast. After fixing the car and getting their plane tickets, our newlyweds finally reach their Bahamas honeymoon, only to discover they're sleeping in bunk beds.
Here's a question I get more than almost any other. Do I really have to let strangers walk through my house any random day they want to see it in order to sell it? And the honest answer is no, you don't. Most homeowners have been told that. They assume selling means the whole routine. Photographers in every room, a lockbox on the front door, open houses on back-to-back Saturdays, and total strangers opening your closets while you're stuck killing time at a coffee shop with your kids and your dog. That's the version of selling most people grew up watching their parents go through. It's the version that's on every home selling show, but it's not the only version. And for a growing number of sellers, it's not even the version they end up choosing. Today we're talking about the other path, the one that happens quietly, privately, and entirely on your terms. No showings, no stagings, no open house signs in your yard, no disruption to your family's normal weekend. It's called the private offer process. And once you understand how it actually works, you may never look at a for sale sign in the same way again. So let's peel back the curtain, because this is where most sellers get lost. They've heard terms like cash offer and off-market sale thrown around, but nobody actually explains the mechanics. So let's fix that step by step. Step 1, your home never has to go on the open market at all. Instead, it gets presented privately to our network of investors, and this is a vetted national network of investors who are actively looking to purchase homes in every condition in markets all across the country, including right here in Bowling Green and Warren County. The word vetted matters. These aren't random people responding to a bandit sign on the side of the road. Every buyer in this network has been screened for proof of funds and a track record of closing. So, when an offer comes in, it's not a maybe. It's a real, fundable number from someone who's done this before. Step 2, instead of one buyer trickling in every few weeks the way a traditional listing works, multiple offers get gathered at the same time. In a typical traditional sale, you're negotiating with one buyer in isolation with no idea whether you're leaving money on the table. In the private offer process, you might see 3, 4, sometimes 5 offers arrive within days of each other. And step 3, this is the part people love once they see it. Every single one of those offers gets laid out side by side in plain language so you can compare them like a menu instead of guessing in the dark. Price, buyer's fees, estimated closing timeline, and the number that actually matters most, your net proceeds. What lands in your pocket after everything else is accounted for. Let me put real numbers on this so it's not abstract. Say your home would traditionally list for $485,000. Through the private offer process, over the course of just a few days, offers start coming in from that investor network, one at $487,000, one at $490,000, $495,000. Now, the highest offer isn't always the smartest one to take. We're going to dig into that in a future episode, because financing type and closing timeline change what actually lands in your pocket. But here's the headline for today. That $17,000 swing didn't happen because your home got lucky. It happened because multiple qualified buyers were competing for it at the same time with full visibility into what it would take to win. Now here's where I want to slow down, because the mechanics are one thing, but the real reason this process exists is for the people the traditional system genuinely fails. Think about the seller going through a divorce. The last thing two people separating want is a parade of strangers walking through the home they used to share on a schedule they don't control while they're trying to hold everything together. The private offer process means no showings to coordinate between two households, no open house to awkwardly avoid, no staging a life that's already changing. Think about the seller dealing with a serious health issue, maybe an aging parent who needs to downsize into assisted living, or someone managing a diagnosis and simply doesn't have the energy to keep a home showing ready for 6 or 8 straight weeks, vacuuming before every showing, hiding the medical equipment, boarding the dog every weekend. That's not a small ask. For some people, it's simply not possible. And think about the seller who just values their privacy, full stop, no dramatic backstory required. Some people don't want their home's interior circulating online for everyone with a phone to screenshot. They don't want neighbors wandering through under the guise of, oh, we're just looking. They just want a clean, quiet, respectful transaction. That's a completely valid reason on its own. For every one of these situations, the private offer process removes the exact friction point that traditional selling assumes you're willing to tolerate. No open houses, no lockbox, no staging consultants rearranging your furniture, no strangers walking past your family photos on a Sunday afternoon. The offers come to you quietly, professionally, and on your timeline. I want to really be clear about one more thing. It's the part people worry most about. At every step of this process, you stay in complete control. Nothing is automatic. There is zero obligation to accept any offer that comes in. You can look at every single number on that side-by-side comparison to decide none of them work for you right now, and that's a completely fine outcome. The private offer process isn't a trap you get locked into. It's information, it's leverage. What you do with it is entirely your call. So, if you've been putting off selling, not because you don't want to move on, but because the idea of showings and open houses and strangers in your home has been the thing holding you back, I want you to hear this clearly. That is not the only way to do this anymore. If you're curious what this would actually look like for your specific home, the first step costs you nothing and commits you to nothing. Reach out to me at greg@usahousepartners.com and we'll walk you through what gathering private offers on your home would look like. No pressure, no obligation, just information so you can make the decision that's right for you and your family. Now, I mentioned earlier that the highest offer on the table isn't always the smartest one to take. Next Smart Seller episode, we're breaking down exactly why, the difference between list price and net proceeds, and how financing type, contingency, and closing timelines can quietly cost you thousands, even when the number on top looks the best. If you've ever considered why two offers that look almost identical can put very different amounts of money in your pocket, you will not want to miss this. And so, as we go into our week, I'd like to remember the words of Proverbs chapter 3, verses 33 and 34. The Lord blesses the home of the righteous, with the wise inheriting honor and the humble receiving favor. Until then, I'm Broker Greg, and this has been the USA House Partners Podcast, your cash offer and rent-to-own resource. We'll see you next time.